What's up, everyone? My name is Elijah St. Louis, and no, not the city. And I want to talk to you guys about a game that I have been waiting for a very long time. 10 years, in fact, way over that, I think. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Let me tell you, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is the fourth installment into the DBZ Budokai Tenkaichi series. And Budokai Tenkaichi is an arena fighter with an incredibly large roster in huge destructible stages. And Sparking Zero is no different, gladly. It's hosting over 182 characters and more in 12 stages and more, with DLC confirmed and on the way. The roster will only grow larger. And it's been about a week since this game came out, I think a little over that, and I just really wanted to enjoy myself before giving my opinion, and boy, did I do, seriously. I enjoyed it a bunch. Just me with my homie just running the games, like going crazy with it, role-playing and being stupid the entire time. I was having a blast, I'm not gonna lie to you, and I'm still gonna continue having a blast. But, like I said, the game is an arena fighter, but what separates this from the rest is that it's a team game and the balance, or lack thereof. Sparking Zero, in lack of a better term, is an unbalanced abomination of a video game that lets you have a team of up to 5 characters, and that is its charm. The game strives to be anime accurate when creating their characters, so characters like Tien, Yamcha, and Videl, they hold no candle to Gogeta, Vegito, and Broly, or other characters of their similar power levels. Now, you might be wondering, well, why couldn't I just create a team with UI, Goku, Beerus, Jiren, Whis, and Gogeta, etc., right? Well, let me tell you, you power-hungry freak, when you play this game, there are restrictions. You have up to 15 points to create a team, and the strongest characters cost 10 points. Heck, I think 4 out of the 5 I mentioned all cost 10 points. And the weakest of the people in this game cost 1, and that's Hercule. So, it's impossible to create a team of the literal strongest characters unless you create a lobby with those specific rules with your friends or you do it offline. The gameplay is pretty solid. You can string up combos by pressing square and triangle to attack, and you can hold the right trigger in whatever controller you're playing to charge up ki to let you release very showy supers that make you feel like you're in the anime, and you do. It's not a lie, you really do feel like you're in the anime, because the visuals play a huge part in this. Made with Unreal Engine 5, the game looks stunning. The characters, the environment, and most importantly, all of the attacks look breathtaking. Oh my gosh, this and Kakarot are the best looking Dragon Ball Z games to date. They really captured the feel of Akira Toriyama's art, and may you rest in peace, Big Tori. Continuing on, again, the graphics really show themselves, but they do well. They do well. They really show themselves in the story mode, which decided to switch things up a bit for the good, introducing these what-if scenarios. Alternate routes that you can take during a character's story, like what if Goku didn't die while fighting Raditz, stopping him from going to King Kai's planet and learning the Spirit Bomb, being forced to fight Vegeta without it, and the outcome is insane. I'm not gonna spoil it for those of you who haven't played the game, and if you haven't played the game, go buy the game. There's it. That's it. If you haven't played the game, go buy the game. It's a great game. Or what if Gohan kept training after Cell? A lot of fan servicey stuff like that is inside the story mode, and I promise you, that alone is worth playing it. You will have a fantastic time, for the most part, and I'll get into that later. And speaking of fan service, there's a lot. Almost too much to count, to be honest with you. We got the girl talk, where Videl, Chi-Chi, and Bulma gossip about the roster, and it's beautiful. I love it. They have so much to say about every single character minus Daima Goku, and I don't know why. I guess it's not to spoil everybody because the game came out before the show, so it makes sense. But continuing on, the character interactions, the special finishers, and certain characters have cinematic grabs against different opponents. Like when Super Saiyan 3 Goku grabs Fat Boo, he grabs him by the antenna and starts pummeling him. oh my gosh, that's so cool. Or when Blue Vegeta, he grabs Goku Black. He grabs him, he punches him in the stomach, grabs him by the head, and then headbutts him, just like what he did in the anime when he said, I'm the prince of the Saiyans. I was like, yo, this game, it's beautiful. It's calling to me. Even the main menu is full of super cool bits. You can Goku, like you travel the main menu by Goku flying or instant transmission somewhere into the world or universe, and he's meeting a bunch of people and they're all having a conversation and stuff. You can actually hear some conversations go out. You can see them just hanging out and vibing. And you go deeper into the menus, and then you go deeper into the background. It's so good. Oh, it's so good. The game is great. The game is fantastic. But it's not perfect. And let me tell you about it why. Some parts of the game do need help. Like the story mode, for example. Even though the story mode is great, some of it just doesn't make any sense. Like Vegeta's story, it ends at the Buu Saga, even though he has just as many fights as Goku in the actual story. So, why? Also, there are 2 characters in the game that have their own sagas that shouldn't have their own sagas, in my honest opinion. Goku Black and Jiren. I don't get why they're only here for one separate arc. They're here for one single arc, and you can already kind of tell what their what if stories are going to be. It's just going to be them winning. That's literally it. It's nothing big, surprising, or anything like that. It's just them winning. I feel like that's a waste of a slot. Like, we could have had future Gohan. He deserves his own story. We could have had a Bardock one. We could have had something different. I don't know. But Jiren and Goku Black having their own story felt like they just threw it in there at the last second because they're so meh, and I don't like it. Also, speaking on the story, unlocking the what ifs for some of the stories is borderline torture. I'm not going to lie to you. The game wants you to win a fight before characters start talking to each other, and the timing can be extremely tight. There's certain points in fights where certain dialogue hits depending on how much HP a person has, and the moment that dialogue hits, you have at best an average of 5 seconds to take them down before you gotta go to the next area. It's really insane, especially for some characters that don't do damage, like Piccolo, where you're just struggling the entire time, and it is aggravating. Oh my gosh, it is aggravating. I had to use the Dragon Balls to purchase a way to make sure that I can get through that area, because I just couldn't do it naturally. It was wild. Also, there's the character customization in the game. It's a poor excuse of one, in my opinion. A small amount of the roster have costumes, and it's basically just their normal clothes or some other inspiring clothes or their ripped uniform. Goku has the most fleshed out because he's the main character, so of course he does. And there are also accessories, but even less characters have those, and there's like 1, maybe 2 accessories. Like, you got Frieza with his halo, you got Bardock with his scouter on and off, Vegeta with his scouter on and off, and that's pretty much it. I don't know why they did that. Customizing for aesthetics is almost non-existent unless you are a Goku fan, and a specific Goku fan. And last but not least, the online play. And I'm gonna be real here. This is a party game, and one of its big selling points is that it is completely unbalanced. But yet, for some reason, there is a ranked mode in this game. Even with the DP restrictions, those high-cost characters are high cost for a reason. They'll obliterate 80% of the cast, forcing you to have to pick them to attempt to compete. But I guess that's just meta. That's just everywhere in anything that wants to be quote-unquote competitive. But this game isn't supposed to be competitive. It's supposed to be stupid fun and nothing more. I saw people crying on the internet about how unbalanced the game is and how it's ruining their rank experience, and the game isn't supposed to be an esport, so for the love of everything that is beautiful, stop trying to make it competitive. I'm talking to the gamers and the developers. If you make a game that doesn't have balance in mind, don't try to make it competitive. Don't add a rank system in it at all. That's like adding rank to Mario Kart. That's ridiculous. Only weirdos and sweats will play that game and try to be competitive in it. Like, it's weird. Like it's crazy. There's no balance in it. I don't like it. But there's also the fact that there's no there's no quick matches. The game throws you into a weird lobby system, and you're forced to spectate. And there's no like free for all option in those lobby systems, at least none that I can find. And that feels a little annoying, because when I tried to do a quick play, no rank, to get into a random match to fight somebody, I didn't just queue in like any other game. They threw me into a random lobby, and there was like 8 people in front of me that I had to wait behind. I don't want to do that. Why would I want to do that? If you want a decently fast queue, you'd have to go play ranked. But you can't, like, if you do the ranked stuff, you have to play the DP match and prepare yourself to fight nothing but the super broken characters, because nobody wants to have fun. They only want to win and inflate their weird egos for some strange reason. Also, when you play the single player battles in ranked, you're almost shit out of luck if you're playing a character that isn't cheesy or broken. It's a little annoying. The only way you can compete is if you take the character and then use a bunch of the boosts on it, but your opponent would also have to agree to do the boost. And 9 times out of 10, they're gonna pick a super strong character, and you want to pick a weak character, but you want to boost them up to at least to that level. They're gonna say no so they can press the advantage. It's ridiculous. I don't like that at all. It's so bad. I could go on about this, about the problems I have about the online for an incredibly long time, but I don't want to do that to myself, or I don't want to do that to you guys, unless you want me to. Say it in the comments below. But anyway, that's all I have to say about it. Overall, Sparking Zero is a fantastic game just to be goofy with your friends, and the story modes are awesome too. If you and your friends are looking for a new game to play, this is the one for you guys until something else that's better drops. So I don't know, but it's a good game though, I promise. The game isn't crossplay though, so there's that. If you have a PC and your friends are on PlayStation, I'm sorry, friend, you're gonna have to skip this one. Also, actually, no, I think that's it. Thank you for watching, everybody. Please go have a nice day, and if you have the game, go play some Dragon Ball.